We're living in historically polarized times. So many of the urgent problems of our day can only be solved through public interest lawyering. Public safety and criminal justice are among them. The reality is, all too often today's law graduates have a hard time getting their foot in the door, getting that first public interest job, because even entry-level job offers require some experience. The Larsen Justice Fellowship is going to close that gap for some of Berkeley Law's top graduates by funding their first year of practice in the public interest and launching careers that will make our community safer and our legal system more just.
I've wanted to be an attorney since I was 12 years old, and that was mostly informed by my experiences growing up. I was the eldest daughter in a first-generation immigrant and low-income family, and seeing so many of my loved ones struggle to access the most basic government services, a lot of that made me realize that I wanted to be the advocate that I wish that my loved ones and my community had had. And so that's why I'm especially grateful for this fellowship opportunity that will let me work on a wide range of issues in order to do just that. Within my first year out of law school, I'll get to be doing such incredible substantive work, both in terms of writing briefs to try to defend reasonable gun rights regulations, as well as getting to do oral argument on behalf of the people of the District of Columbia.
Racist policing and prosecution is a significant problem across the country. The Bay Area is not exempt from that. And in 2020, California enacted the Racial Justice Act in an attempt to eradicate racism from the criminal legal system. And while the law is incredibly powerful, it's underutilized because public defender offices don't have the resources to dedicate an attorney to Racial Justice Act litigation. With this fellowship, I will be able to spend a year as a dedicated Racial Justice Act attorney at Solano County Public Defender's Office. I'm excited to work with data and statisticians to demonstrate what racial disparities exist and bring those claims on behalf of criminal defendants.
Once an incarcerated person's conviction becomes final, they lose their right to an attorney. Many people are faced with filing their own legal documents pro se, which means without any attorney help. With this fellowship this year, I'm hoping to create a resource hub for incarcerated individuals who have legal questions, as well as prisoners' rights attorneys across the state of Illinois, to help them understand some of the procedural barriers to filing a lawsuit and how they can win relief in the courts. Getting my start with an organization that has been doing this work for 40 years will help me learn the best strategies for winning a civil rights case and really getting people the relief that they need.
Over the next year, I'll be working with survivors of trafficking and intimate partner violence who are facing deportation because of crimes they may have committed as a result of their experiences with harm. And I'll be advocating for them to not just obtain relief from the criminal system, but to stop their ultimate deportation. And Dolores Street is one of the few organizations that not only specializes in complicated deportation defense cases, but have already started a program in post-conviction relief. And so my particular project in this fellowship will help expand the types of post-conviction relief that they can offer at the organization.
I think what we all have to realize is that public safety and criminal justice reform work hand in hand. They're really two sides of the same coin. Yeah, it's just super important that we make sure that we get the best and the brightest into public service work. That's just gold.
To me, building a better world is not just something that comes about through simply hoping for it or praying for it, but it is affirmatively putting in the work every single day to build the policies, to build a toolkit, to become the best possible advocate I can be, to advocate for my community.
One of the challenges of making change through the law is that it's slow, methodical work. It takes time. And I'm really excited that we're going to launch careers, not just by funding their first year, but by empowering them to embark on what will be decades of public interest lawyering. I know firsthand what a critical difference that first year makes because my own law career was started with a public interest fellowship from my law school. And I have total confidence that this class of fellows and all those that follow will build a national network of lawyers committed to the public interest, to justice, and to advancing safety for all of our communities.